It's the 4th of July, so it's all about the red, white, and blue. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks so much for dropping by. My name is Beth. Well, today's video is one I have not made in a couple of years. I put out my 4th of July decor a little bit in my dining room mostly, and I thought I would take you around and show you all of my thrifted and vintage finds and how I staged them for my 4th of July decor. So I'm basically gonna just show you the little areas that I have put some things out for this holiday season. I love the red, white, and blue. It's so easy to incorporate multiple times in the year. And the best part is that I either got this thrifting, had it already, or it was given to me for free. So let me start out by showing you the little area over to the side that I like to call my buffet. And what do you know? I actually have a collection. Wait, if you love my headband, this was friend mail from a sweet friend, Kathy Wiseman. She made me several headbands, and this has been the one that I have worn the most. I love to wear it on the 4th of July. I thought it was pretty special, so I thought I would share it with you. Thanks again, Kathy. This is becoming an annual event for me to wear this headband. So come on, y'all, let's look at all my thrifted and vintage finds for my 4th of July home decor. Okay, y'all, if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that this piece of furniture was absolutely free to me. Someone was giving it away, and I repainted it, and I use it kind of like a buffet. Now, the things that are on the top of this buffet, let's see. The first is this centerpiece here. This is a picture that was painted by my great-grandmother. And the set of silver, I believe this is my dad's grandparents' silver. Now this plate here is one of my favorite things. This was the plate that I used to eat off of when I went to my great-grandmother's house. She actually got it at a yard sale. And here starts my little collection. Apparently, I have a cow collection and I didn't even know it. Now these little creamers, I've got little creamers and little figurines and little salt and pepper shakers. All of them have either been thrifted or I either got them from one of the resellers here on YouTube as I'm watching their live sales. Now I believe that this cutie right here and this little one right over here was a set that I got from Mimi's Treasure Cottage. And if you don't already know, I have a plate wall, and these are some of the plates that are going up on the wall when I get a free moment. But how cute are these displayed here with the little salt and pepper shakers? Now I did find this one recently. It's also a shaker, y'all, and looks so cute on that little saucer there. These are just odd saucers. This was one of the first ones that I got, and I believe I got this little creamer from Mary at Reclaimed Treasures by Mary, but I put just a little bit of faux flowers in there and a flag, and I thought he turned out pretty cute. Now another one that I got from a reseller, it was another Mary. It's this little cow creamer, and I got this from Ancestral Beginnings. She had that one, and I thought that was cute. Again, I just added a little bit of faux colored flowers there and a flag, and it was perfect. Here is a creamer that I picked up recently, and it's a blue cow. Y'all, I've never seen one of these before, so I couldn't pass this one up. It is actually sitting on a plate that I got from Dolores at Miss Damn Jewelry. And then I believe Kathy Wiseman also sent me this. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But I think that Kathy also sent me a couple of platters. And this is one that she sent me for my plate wall, but I love the way that those easily stack, and the red, the whites, and the blue work great for this patriotic holiday. Now I do have some really cool postcards. This one actually is one that has been mailed, but it doesn't have a date on it. I thought this one was really, really neat when I picked that one up. And then I also have this one of George Washington here. This one is not postmarked. I thought this was a cute little way to display all of my cows as well as make it a little bit patriotic. Now at the beginning of the video, you saw me standing in front of this. This is a rag swag that I made. I actually made a video of me making one of these. It may have been this one, and I will link that in the iCards above and in the description below. But I use it year after year. I love the different textures and the different fabrics that I have in there, a little bit of glitter. It's really, really easy and simple to make. And I actually just made one for Dolores, and I will be sending that to her for the fall because she loves some fall and some autumn. But I love the way you can add just the different textured ribbon and all of the different colors to make that a super cute little window treatment. I've even had people use them for a valance in the kitchen or something like that. You could make them from old hankies, but I just use the fat quarters because they're just quick and easy to pick up and they're easy to cut. Now, just a few other pieces that I had. I don't know if you were able to catch the live. Miss Mary from Reclaimed Treasures by Mary taught me how to make these cute little dish towel and pot holder angels. And so I love mine, and I always set her up. I love the blue and white. You know, I love the blue and white. So I just gave her a little flag. And I also have some old blocks, so I put the number 4 there. Of course, some more blue and white. This came from Dolores. She sent me 2 of these plates, and I've been using those. And this is an old hobnail pitcher that was my granny's. And I love this little rabbit here. I always put him on a planter or something. And then I just added some faux greenery and a little bit of this sparkling red, white, and blue there to add something to it. Now, I thrifted this plate. I think I paid like 99 cents for this plate, but I really thought that it was pretty for the 4th of July. It is sitting on an old book that I actually got from the bins, but I love the colors of that. You can always use books as risers, and it is a great way to recycle them when you find them at the bins or really inexpensively. Now, this is something new. This is one of the many pieces that my friend Tammy dropped off at my house, and I absolutely love this. Now, I did go ahead and comp it and put it in my inventory. So as with a lot of things in my home, they all have price tags on them, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to give this up. This was one of her mother's pieces, and I just love it, so I think I'm gonna keep it. And then down here on the bottom, I have a beautiful piece of ephemera. This is Make and Mend. I just love the graphic on this. So I kept it. It was meant to be sold, but I kept it because I just thought this was really cool. It's got a lot of patterns and a lot of sewing ideas in there, but I love this piece of ephemera and I use it in display every year. Now, over on this side, this is another platter that Kathy sent me, and I am going to hopefully be putting it way up here, but it is very heavy, so I want to make sure I get enough support for that. I had thrifted these cards. Now, the whole deck is not there. It is missing 2, but I just thought they were beautiful, and I decided to add those, as well as my thrifted clear candlesticks. You know I love clear glass, so I'm always gonna have those out. And then I did find a little Cupie, and I found a dress for her. Now, in May, we got a little gift card at my job in this cute basket, and I just had to save it, all the little things, and it looks great with the Cupie. She is ready for summer. Another piece of ephemera is this darling little postcard here. I just thought that was super cute. And again, just added some flowers there. Now, I got this from a store that was going out of business. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think there was several things, but I love that, so I picked that up. This little Betsy Ross bell was also thrifted. Now, you can tell that I do have it priced, but every year I end up putting it out in my displays versus putting it up for sale. Now, this is a little Avon nest that I was able to thrift, and then I found that I had some baby bluebirds of happiness that I also thrifted. I got these in a little bag. There were multiples of those, but I put those in there with just a little bit of red, that shredded paper, to make a little nest, and then a pillow that I thrifted a long time ago, and I I just liked it so much, y'all. I had to keep that too. Okay, y'all, everything on this shelf was either thrifted, with the exception of this plate. This I got from Dolores, and because it was red and white, I thought that it would make a great piece to my display. I thrifted this little Uncle Sam little bird here. Now it's not vintage, but it was thrifted, and I think that it fits perfectly with my decor. I love how this piece turned out, y'all. I have not made this, and I'm telling you, every time I put out my decor, I always change up something. Sometimes I sell something, sometimes I find something else that I like, but there's some more of those blocks that I got with one of these little underplates. I have a lot of little underplates, and sometimes I put them on the wall, and sometimes I just use them in display. I actually thrifted this bottle brush tree. Who doesn't need another bottle brush tree? And got this little tiny angel candle hugger. She is so darling, and I thought I would put her right here on the USA blocks. Okay, y'all, we're way down on this bottom shelf. This actually was a gift from Michelle at Newton's Cupboard. I thought that was beautiful. That is my home state, and I love the blue and the white. I have another vintage postcard with all of the flags. And then there is this little milk glass blue and white little container. Now I think it had a lid, but I don't have the lid, but I thought I could fill it with some sparklies and a flag, and it would fit great in my 4th of July display. Again, if you've been here before, you know that I love to decorate this table. I got all 4 of these chairs. If you are new here, I got all 4 of these chairs from Goodwill for $5 a piece. Best find ever. And this beautiful table was gonna be thrown away by my neighbor, and I couldn't let it happen, so I told him to bring it to my house. Now this tablecloth was my grandmother's, and it's a little long for it, but I think it is perfect, so I use it as often as I can. And in the center of my table, a tiered tray. So I began to do tiered trays when I started watching Carol from My Blessed Nest, and she would have tiered tray collaborations, and I loved those. But I didn't have a tiered tray, but I had 2 of these wooden chargers and an old wooden candlestick, if you can see it right back here. So I will link the video above and in the iCard below, because I made a tiered tray just so I could participate in the collabs. So let's take a look at some of the fun things that I have here on the tiered tray. So a lot of fun things. The first thing is this beautiful red ribbon. Now y'all, I got this in a mystery box from Loriann Sugar Britches, Sweet Ass Stuff. You need to go check out her channel. And this is one of my newest finds. You see this beautiful button? I got this in a bag of jewelry. I just thought that was the best button ever. I love that, so I just added that. And then here's another one of the little resin pieces. I was just looking for some things with that little mouse and the firecracker, looking for some things to add to my display. And I also found this beautiful 4th of July angel girl. Now, of course, she has a price tag on her, but again, I haven't been able to give her up. And then I found this recently at an estate sale. I love the red, white, and blue of the McCormick metal tins. And I also love the mustard seed, the biblical reference to the mustard seed, and y'all, it's full of them. Around on this other side, I had this single shaker, didn't know what to do with it. Of course, it's got a price tag on it, but look, y'all, look. A little tiny flag fits right there in the top, and I think it was perfect for the top of this. And I got this little American fruit jar rings box. It actually has the rings in there. I got that at a thrift store that was closing as well. And then I found this darling little baby She was in a bag of babies that I got, and I thought she was too cute with her watermelon and her red and white check pants, so I added her to the tray as well. So you can see that it doesn't take much, just a few things here or there. Here's another one. I think I got this in the mystery box from Loriann as well. Love that red, white, and blue. She created great mystery boxes, and I got one of those. I was so excited. Here is a little ornament that came in a mystery bag that I bought somewhere else. I love a good mystery bag. And I want to say that this one might have also been in that mystery box from Loriann as well. So you can see that you don't need much to create a little display. The final thing that I got from Loriann in that box was this eagle. And this is the top of a flag pole. And that's where that came from. And I use it every single year. Another vintage postcard back there in the back. And some more wooden blocks. These are easy to find, y'all. They're getting a little bit more expensive, but they are easy to find. And I love to play with words and spell different things out for the different holidays. And then just the last thing on the tiered tray before we talk about the flowers is the little teddy bear. It was an ornament, as you can see, and I just took it off so he would be proudly displayed in my tiered tray. Now I actually use the faux flowers for filler. And so every time that I do a tiered tray, I will just put the corresponding colors that I want and use that as filler. But I've also used Easter grass as filler when I'm doing an Easter display and all of the things. So it's not hard to make a little tiered tray, and it adds so much to your decor. The only other thing that I did was I had a collection of cruets, another collection I didn't know I had, and I had some marbles, so I went and found some red, white, and blue marbles, dropped those down in there, and these little toppers, I believe they came from the Dollar Tree a long time ago, and I've just had them, so I just added those to the little cruets with the marbles in there, and I think it turned out just great. Okay, y'all, so now we're in the kitchen, and this is my vintage baking corner, and it's starting to grow. It's almost taken over the whole counter on this side. I love cookie cutters, and I started out my sweet treats business making a signature cookie. So I have a bunch of them in there, and I found a red, white, and blue. There is a Mickey Mouse, a tiara, of course, and a party hat. And I just usually put the new ones or the ones that represent the holiday. I do have a Carolina palmetto tree and crescent moon and the state of Texas down there. I put the ones that correspond to the holiday right there in front. I do have a little bit of fairy lights in there. I just turned them on for you. It looks much better at night when you can see those, but that's just one little strand right there at the top. Then I also have an old cookie sheet right here. It is a I think it's a Piomat sheet. Now the reason that I have this is because I was actually working on getting the rust off of there because I wanted to see the whole promotional piece that they had, but I just decided to stick it back there for now. It kind of goes with the theme. I have an old hand beater right here and a butter cutter right in here. So here is the hand beater. I love that because it's intact. And here is the red handled, wooden handled butter cutter. And I just stick those down into the old hand sifter, just for a little bit of color. Now, if you saw a recent video of mine, you saw that I was given by my friend Shelly a couple of these rosette little pastry makers, and I talked about I had a red handled one, and here is mine. And you can either put a cookbook here, but I have a wooden rolling pin. I also have a thick glass little clear creamer and some aluminum measuring spoons, as well as a cake tester with a little red handle there. I did save an old vanilla flavoring bottle, and I thought that matched. And here is one of the pieces that Shelly gave me. This is a complete set, But I could not give this one up yet because it matched for the red, white, and blue theme that I was going for. Now, some new pieces that this is probably not going to be their home, but I just added them for today. There is this creamer and sugar set. This is a J&G Meekin. It is the classic white or blue and white pattern. There's the creamer, and here is the double-handled sugar with the lid. Now, this was part of that stuff that my friend Tammy dropped off for me that was her mother's, but I don't know, y'all. I think I'm gonna change my kitchen to this blue and white. And something else she had was this darling little kitty cat creamer. Now, I was gonna put it with my cows, but everything was cows over there, so I thought I would leave this one right here, although I don't like it so close to the edge. Now, the only other thing is this old aluminum. It's probably metal and not so much aluminum because it's a little bit thicker, but it is a bunt pan, and I bought that from Christine at Side Street Market a long time ago, and it's always been part of my kitchen display. So this is my ever-growing corner. I'm gonna have to scale that back. It is starting to take up a little bit too much room here on my counter, but I will find a place for these. I don't think I'm ready to give those up yet. The canister sets, y'all, that went with those other pieces, and there are 3 canisters, a big one and 2 little ones. And y'all, I just love these. I think I need to do my kitchen in blue and white. Right now it's these earth tone colors, but I think it's time for a change. What do you think? So that's it, y'all. That's all of my indoor 4th of July thrifted and vintage decor. I hope you have enjoyed the video, spending some time with me today on your 4th of July holiday. And I hope you were inspired and got some ideas of ways that you could use your thrifted and vintage items to stage for the holidays around your home. So if you enjoy home decor and thrifting and all the other fun that we do around here, make sure to click that notification bell to all so you never miss an uploaded video, and go ahead and click that subscribe button. It is free and it helps my channel grow. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And until next time, y'all stay pretty and be sweet. Happy 4th of July, y'all. Find a moment, just a simple moment, to close your eyes and think of the men and women who protect the freedoms you enjoy. It's a privilege, not a right. Matthew Lillard.